Our top story this hour, Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis has asked Turkey to stop threatening his country and to create an atmosphere conducive for talks. Mitsotakis' comments come after NATO Chief Jens Stoltenberg said the two NATO allies have agreed to enter technical talks for military deconfliction to avert accidents between their navies.
Και από τις πολλές υπερβολικές αποστροφές του Προέδρου Ερντογάν θα συγκρατήσω μόνο μία. Αυτή που μιλάει για διάλογο. Και σε αυτήν απαντώ με 6 καθαρές λέξεις. Σταματούν οι προκλήσεις, ξεκινούν οι συζητήσεις.
The NATO chief said that the alliance is an important platform for consultations on all issues that affect shared security. However, later Athens denied that it agreed to NATO-brokered negotiations, even as Ankara said that it is ready for talks. The country said that the de-escalation will only take place with the immediate withdrawal of all Turkish vessels from the Greek continental shelf. Turkey is now accusing Greece of lying about the proposed NATO-mediated talks.
NATO Genel Sekreteri Yunanistan'a da görüşünü sordu. Yunanistan da olur verdi. Oluru aldıktan sonra NATO Genel Sekreteri açıklama yaptı. Fakat biz şaşırmadık ama maalesef Yunanistan NATO Genel Sekreterini yalanladı. Ama burada yalan söyleyen NATO Genel Sekreteri değil. Yalan söyleyen Yunanistan'ın kendisi. Ve Yunanistan bir kere daha esasen diyalogtan yana olmadığını gösterdi. Biz bunu geçmişte
Former Turkish Prime Minister Ahmet Davutoğlu criticized Erdogan's policy, saying it would lead to a military confrontation in the eastern Mediterranean. Davutoğlu, once an ally of Erdogan, introduced Turkey to the zero conflicts with neighbors strategy. For a long time, Erdogan too espoused this policy. But in recent years, he has adopted an increasingly militarized stance. Greece and Turkey have been staging rival war games in disputed eastern Mediterranean region. The recent escalation happened after Turkey sent survey ships to the area. Greece protested against the move, saying that Ankara had no right to gas exploration in this region. Now, for more on this, political analyst honorarium is joining us live from Istanbul. Thank you so much for joining us. My first question to you is rather a clarification. Jens Stoltenberg said that the two NATO allies have agreed to enter technical talks for military deconfliction. But later, Athens denied this, that it had agreed to any NATO-brokered negotiations. There is some resistance here, clearly. How do you assess this?
Well, I mean, first of all, let's put the facts where they belong. The NATO General Secretary came out in the open and said both sides agreed to talk about this. It would be my assumption that the Secretary-General of NATO would not make such a statement unless he has received, probably personally, confirmation from both states. Given that is being true, Greece has denied, okaying this process, and called the NATO General Secretary a liar at the end, which is what exactly happened. Now, the behind-the-scenes talk is that Greece made this move to ease to its diplomatic, to her domestic audience, but will still continue, quote unquote, behind the doors about these talks. But what's out in the open right now, which is very clear, is that Greece seems to have, be calling the NATO General Secretary a liar.
All right. Also, Davutoğlu introduced Turkey to the zero conflicts with neighbors strategy. What has led to this change of stance in the recent years?
I guess you're talking about Davutoğlu's quote-unquote policy about the neighboring countries.
Yes.
That policy or that school of thought, which to me nobody understood but Davutoğlu, has died and probably was never even born anyway, along with Davutoglu. I'm probably one of the biggest critics of Davutoglu's policies since day one. What he set forward, which looks very nice on the headlines as zero problem with the neighbors, during the unfortunate tenure of Davutoglu's years in Turkey, that turned out to be almost full conflict with all the neighbors at the end of the day.
Also, exactly what role will NATO play, or does it play already, when it comes to these de-confliction talks?
May I just say that this is obviously a very, to us, not complicated, but to those that are hearing it for the first time or that have really read a couple of articles on it, it will seem like a very complicated problem. The sharing of space on the Mediterranean. To us, there's a simple solution that, of course, the Greeks will call Turkey's way, and I'm sure Greeks have a solution of their own, which they will feel like it's their own way, which we will oppose to. The bottom line is what Turkey has been proactively seeking on the road to declaring her own EEZ on the Mediterranean. All these moves and actions that have been really causing a lot of turmoil, apparently on the Greek side, has not been contested or questioned by any major international agency or convention. UN has not made any moves about this. The NATO has not made any moves about this. I'm talking about the Turkish claims and the Turkish actions. And funny, but tragically enough for the Greeks, even the European Union, where both the Greece and the Greek authority for the southern Cyprus are members of, did not say anything or did not make any actions yet. What I feel the biggest reason for this is that despite Greek efforts, Turkey has been drawing its guidelines in full accordance with the international rule of law and with the best practices in history when compared to similar cases around the world in the last 60, 70 years. So I think Greece, as they have done many times in the past, was or is still trying to get away with murder, claiming an enormous area which does not belong to them. But the fact that neither the NATO nor the EU nor the UN so far has not made any statements against Turkey on this matter, I think goes to show you that the Turkish claims are just.
All right. Okay. Mr. Aram, thank you so much for joining us with all those inputs. We will definitely keep tracking this. Thank you for joining us.